Already.
Recording in progress. I just did it. So we can just get rolling. No, you're okay. I'm just gonna oh, I can't minimize that. Okay.
I'm allergic to something that's going on in my room.
She smiled at me. I don't know if it was smiling back. I don't really care. Yeah. She's so cute.
Where?
I mean,
Where?
it was bird nest.
Oh.
Private nature. Also, maybe.
You listen.
Could do, because my nose is like. But I did think about it.
They live in Canada, I don't. It would be a little over 10, but I'm having fun with it, so I have to stop and get out and walk a lot.
No.
It's really 10 now.
All right, do you want to start?
Mhm.
Okay. So let's go ahead and start with 2.9, chain of command. So we wanted to create it and we changed the wording. Because we did originally want the school board and principal will formally request specific information from the union using designated channels, ensuring compliance with established procedures. So when we had a discussion, it already states it in the contract that we have to go through the clerk in 2.1. The reason we want this in there is because an example was thrown out there that none of us knew that Lisa was a member of the union and the treasurer was really confused and it created an issue with the dues. And so it's just any change. That's just an example as to why. The new wording for 2.9 would say all requests from administration for information or clarification regarding the collective bargaining agreement or matters that may affect the terms and conditions of employment outlined in the contract shall be directed in writing to the union secretary. The union secretary shall serve as a designated point of contact for coordinating responses and ensuring appropriate union representation in such matters.
I got all requests and then I stopped.
I got all requests from.
Yeah, thank you. I'm like, I'm not gonna get all that.
Do you want me to do that right now?
Just so I could read it.
Okay.
We're gonna answer on it
Sorry.
today.
Did you say matters pertaining to contract? Can you read that section again?
You're a
Second.
way quicker typer than me, the writer, if you can get all that.
Hold on. So Sherry. I can only do Sherry, Shannon,
You know better.
Tammy.
Read it.
And FYI, you guys tell me who's in the union. I don't know who's.
Just that
Yeah.
was an example that was thrown out there that somebody got thrown onto the union and the treasurer was not notified and it messed up everybody's dues. So that's all I know.
Everything would be the individual who's hired.
Well, it all
Members.
goes
We have a
into an
committee.
account.
Like we have a committee that deals with it. So I don't know, something happened. That was we gave you another example last time with the insurance.
Yeah.
So there's already the blurb in the contract where if we want to speak to the board or something, we have to go through the clerk. So I think that's all we're asking is to do the same thing. Like if you have something a contract matter or something that's in there,
It needs to go to the secretary.
the secretary, yeah.
So
So we're just
That-
adding to
I just
what you
emailed
typed
it to
up
you.
is in response to the established procedures that we were questioning, right?
Yeah, that.
So
So
all requests from administration for information or clarification regarding the collective bargaining agreement or matters that may affect the terms and conditions of employment outlined in the contract shall be directed in writing to the union secretary. And then the union secretary will serve as the designated point of contact for coordinating responses and ensuring appropriate union representation in such
You send that?
Yes.
Let's see. Did you email it?
Yeah, I got it in my email.
I got it. This is Sherry.
Oh, I did just click Sherry, sorry. I don't know.
It says see Stobie at marionschoolmt.com. So I just need also, I mean, it's not my deal, but just make sure that you guys let the board know who the secretary is, because it rotates. So that's important.
When do you guys decide who the secretary is each year?
Well, it's at the beginning of every year, so we would have to let you know right at the beginning. So it depends on who stays, so we don't change anything until the following year when we have our first meeting. Because, which I think is before the first board meeting, because we have to decide who is where. And it depends on people who leave, so we had Carly leave, we had Echo leave. So that's gonna make some big changes, so everyone's gonna shift, and I don't know where that falls.
Do you guys like rotate it like you do with this kind of stuff?
Yeah, but every position has different amount of years, so the rotation is not just a simple,
Right.
Gotcha,
it kind of,
gotcha.
I don't really know.
Okay.
So it went to spam, as did apparently other emails from you.
Oh.
Good to know. That's why I'm
well,
getting your stuff.
I wonder if it's because when I got
Mhm.
hacked that one time.
Oh, maybe.
Anyway, that's
Okay. Copied and pasted.
so requesting information, clarification regarding the agreement or matters that may affect the terms and conditions. Okay. So is that the entire wording or is that
Yes,
just added on to what
there's-
you already had?
No, we just changed it. It just seemed more like a lot more sense to just change it.
Sounds good.
The only thing I had written down on my notes from that last time is a response time. So if
Yeah.
Julia or Becky or Shannon requests something, I would like there to be like a check and balance for like, we'll request it and then you have to get back to us within a certain amount of time type of
I
thing.
think within 48 hours or 24 hours.
What is it the
But
other way?
I would
The
have to
other-
go, we
what
would
is
have
our-
to ask before we
Right.
Is it
put a
in,
number.
do you have the contract? Does it say it for
I don't have
them?
the full contract for this stuff here.
I was gonna say whatever
Look it up though.
it says in 2.1.
And it may not have a response time on there, so.
So.
But
I'm almost there. Oh, you got it printed out.
2. Well, how much advance does a clerk need to know? Like, how much request time do you need?
Depends what you're asking
Yeah,
for.
depends on
I
what-
mean,
So then it
So
would,
for a board
so then
meeting,
it would
it'd
be
be
the
48
same
hours.
here.
Right? If
Like-
it was something for a board meeting, it would need to be 48 hours.
Correct.
And we would have to create a meeting and accept.
Right, but since it's not in there for the clerk, I'm just. We should just follow the same rule or the same ethic of. I mean, do we need to have it in writing or?
All requests from
I don't see that in 2.1.
No,
2.9.
I thought it was 5.2. What was
Oh, sorry.
What?
They're
what section
referencing,
is it?
they said they were referencing 2.1, but I don't.
The board agrees to furnish to the organization upon request such public information as the organization needs for negotiation and contract. Okay,
No, this 5.1 is evaluation.
evaluations. Hold on, I'm gonna search the word clerk. I got you.
I swear they said 2.1.
I have it says.
Clerk is only in here twice. And it's about the professional money being pooled. And then a thing where the clerk signs something. It's a form, which I've never.
Is it like step or like board policy or something like the contract?
I thought we were looking at the contract too.
Oh, that signature is when I signed the contract, I guess. I don't know. But I typically can get information to you like the same day, unless I have to do a lot of mathing.
I was gonna say I would just say that it would take anywhere from 24 to 48 hours response time. I mean, if it goes past 48 hours, I feel like that would be. You know. A little beyond.
Can we say within 48 hours?
Yeah, maybe. I just know sometimes,
Do
with
people not get back?
any
The morning?
communication.
Oh, okay.
Well, no,
That's
some people
because,
just,
like, I feel like 48 hours is like.
some people are good at getting back
Yes.
quickly.
Yes.
And this is
some are
not, this is not anybody in particular. I'm just saying,
Because
just
if
in
everybody
life,
was
yeah.
paid,
Some people don't even check their email every
Yeah.
day type of thing. So if we have to put it in writing, then
Or they check it, you can see they maybe read it, like if you have something
Right.
that shows that.
So we'll have to, because it's wording, I have to take it back and get approval.
so
we
if
can't-
we
I cannot
we
just decide.
request
Yeah, we had asked you to ask about response.
or request from administration. So if we make a request, then you get back to us. To the union secretary, this is a designated point of contact.
Cheap, so-
So I guess I feel like the designated point of contact, you guys are just wanting to make sure it goes through one person, not multiple people.
So she did ask about the response time and they just wanted to leave the language without that in there, so.
So if I can go back and ask.
Or you can just wait and see if if it's a
Right,
problem in the
that's
next year, then we
fine.
can add it next year.
Yeah,
And if you can find the other language, there's the other way, like left it into the.
yeah.
Wherever that. other piece is.
contract.
Yeah, I don't, it already.
I mean-
states it in the contract.
Is our contract on our
And they
website?
said 2.1.
Supposed to be.
Pertinent information, 2.1. The board agrees to. Completion of all requested information. I don't see the word clerk in there, so I don't know.
We're looking at an old one.
I don't see a section on the website where it says email. Or anything.
We sometimes policy.
PTO.
But then where would we have seen it? In policy?
I'm just looking for the contract.
I don't know.
To be on the website, I would think. but I can't find it. Staff might be under staff resources. Let's look. But I probably can't access it.
Okay, I got that in my notes.
Well,
Look in board policy, maybe. We can do a control F and work, see.
Yeah,
We have 6
I mean,
minutes.
I'm okay with the wording of it. Are you okay with the wording of it, Sharon?
We have 6 minutes till our next
Yes.
meeting.
why do we have a meeting in 6 minutes?
We have a meeting in 6 minutes.
So we're supposed to start this meeting at 3:30.
Yeah, we thought a half an hour would be plenty of time to go through it.
That's okay.
It's just PTO.
Me too.
They can,
We're just like, we can do both, no problem.
right?
So. I guess if we just move on, what do you wanna do with that?
I think.
Yeah,
I feel
I'm
like
okay with the
accept
wording of
language
it, yeah.
as it is proposed. And then we'll just see if it's an issue next time. Going forward, right? You could maybe informally say that we're both gonna have both directions agree to respond within 48 hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
So we will,
Why does this keep moving? Stop.
We're good at the language.
right, but I'm trying to,
Oh, sorry,
that's okay.
put it in the right spot.
No, I'm trying to figure out where to go next. Now I feel rushed and now I'm trying to.
Just go down your list.
Try.
You're fine.
I color coded things and now, 8.2D was good to go.
We need 8.2.
8.3B. we're gonna leave the same, 8.3C, good to go, 8.2C
Wait.
is fixed.
8.3B, what about it?
We were waiting on discretionary days for 8.3B.
So.
8.2A, we're waiting on discretionary days also.
So we are going to leave it as is. So the group decided that we don't wanna switch the 16 days for the extra 70. We wanna just leave it the same.
Oh, what did I just delete? Oh, I
So
hate
it would be the
stupid
same
notes.
as each full-time teacher will receive 16 days of discretionary leave per year, accumulated to 55.
Discretionary day at 16. Week,
Is what.
55 days. Okay.
And then. So the next thing is the camera usage. Um,
I'll need it.
Yeah.
So we took it to them. They were concerned about the still using it for like misconduct thing. So, they asked us to take it to our attorney just to check the wording, because we gotta protect them. And we hadn't heard back from him, so they said that they agreed with the
Kitchen.
wording pending, our attorney's approval. So we'll hear back within a couple of days. If that works with you guys.
So I have 5.2 and 5.9. Which one is
5.9 is the security
camera
language.
usage? What's
Mhm.
5.2? Your email says section 5.2, security camera.
5.2, Michelle couldn't remember where could we included the contract in the wording. That's totally different. That's
Okay, so
different.
it's wrong
Yep.
on the email.
So are they saying that they feel like misconduct should not be?
They're concerned that it's gonna be used to view. It's too general, I guess. I would view. Okay. Mostly everybody is okay with it. They would like the attorney just to, everybody
That
said.
particular word is the
It,
problem?
I think, yeah, and the fact that it says like staff misconduct. That, I know it includes student and everything too.
Well, it's public, students, staff,
Yeah.
like everybody, like, cause I guess that kind of just gets to the root of what is the purpose of the cameras? And it's for safety and for, it would not be like somebody's like. That's not misconduct, right?
Or what?
Like somebody being late to work,
And it's not
cause that
gonna
was the original.
be, yeah, and it won't be used to
Not
monitor or to
And it's
evaluate.
not regularly monitoring, so it'd be like if there was an incident of serious misconduct, right?
Well, maybe that's something, maybe,
Could we say legal? I don't know. Like,
yeah, I don't, that's why
legal activity.
I tried last
Yeah,
week
I
to
know.
get him to look at it, not the attorney, and he hadn't got back to me, so I have to just
Okay.
continue to call him. They did agree of pending that, so I don't know.
Okay.
I don't, he could maybe recommend a wording, I think that was the question.
I think we wrestled with that too,
And-
and we're trying to get to kind of like. Make sure it excluded the things we wanted to exclude,
Yeah.
but also, like, we can't not use our cameras if that's the only evidence we have of, say, an incident that's. a
And I
legal
think
issue.
all of us agree with you.
Right.
So, and what it comes down to is like, the union is meant to protect the
Okay.
teachers,
Okay.
and so
Yeah.
they're just wanting to double check.
Who's gonna be talking to the attorney? So can you just ask him if that wording is not like what he
can we-
recommends,
yes.
so that we can
Right,
view that?
and really, our thought was that would be more to protect
I
Stuff
agree too,
than
yeah,
anything.
and you
Because
can
it
go
could
back.
appear
Mhm.
a misunderstanding or a.
Yeah.
Misreported thing
Yeah.
or something, right? So that's what, we don't want it not in there because we want to be able to use it to clear something.
Yeah.
Right.
So it's, everybody basically said yes.
Okay.
Can we just double check
Check
with
that.
him?
Okay,
And then as soon as I hear back, I can shoot you an email and be like, it's good, let's go forward. Is
Okay.
that
I think
okay?
that's okay.
I am okay with
Could
that.
we accept it pending the,
I put okay, but we'll
Approval.
confirm with MEO attorney.
Yeah, if that's
I'm
okay.
okay with that,
Okay.
yeah. Even if they want to change a word or two, like, so we still have the option to use it for that purpose, right?
Yeah, I would never, yeah, I don't believe that was the take it away. It was,
Okay.
yeah.
I could see that, yeah.
So then the 5.2, what was that?
I think it was a mistake. I think that's what she's saying.
So on my copy, I think it said 5.2 and then it was crossed out.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
I put
7.8.
table.
Okay, so 5.2. I put Michelle couldn't remember where, could we include contract in the wording where it was supposed to be?
I don't,
Oh, yeah, this one. Can we also include contract in the wording? What does 5.2 say? Anybody have it?
No, I already got rid of I minimized it.
Yeah, I have table.
Yeah, that's what I put.
I think it was part of that's the evaluation stuff. It was in the evaluation piece.
I would just table it for now.
Is there a section 5.2?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Evaluation. So it had something to do with adding contract in the wording. I think it had to do with number 2. Because received their job's description and explanation of evaluation process and a copy of all forms used. I wanted to add, include the contract, because apparently in the past.
That makes sense.
Apparently in the past, someone was not handed their contract, and then when somebody was like, well, we gave you the contract, they were like, no, you didn't, and so it became this
Oh.
big
Gotcha.
issue. So we were just hoping to add the words contract in it, like
And I feel
along
like
with
that's-
everything else.
Is that you guys giving them the contract or us giving? them the contract? Like,
I believe that's you,
like,
like
Sure.
I put everybody's contract in their boxes today.
yeah.
okay.
And I
fine with
mean,
that.
even if it's like, I think it's also if it's electronic,
Right.
I think that's fine.
Can I say that we're fine with that? And if that
Yes.
is where they want it, you put it in there?
Yes.
Okay. Cause yeah, of course. Should be given a copy of their contract. Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
all right. Wait. So past the camera usage. Confirmed, okay, so. Section 7.1 work day, it would be 8 hours and 5 minutes per day. Is what,
Count it as
Right, that's what we wrote down last time.
but I still have.
But it was what?
8 hours and 5 minutes per day.
7.
Oh, sorry, says that it includes a duty-free lunch in the wording, it is 8 hours and 30 minutes. Sorry,
Because it includes, on the contract, it said that the workday does include the duty free.
so it would be.
It's always said that though.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, so then the time would actually be 8 hours and 30 minutes.
Not 8 hours and 5.
It was wrong before.
Mm-hmm. It was wrong
Gotcha.
before.
So then we
Okay.
would change that from 8 hours.
Which is why we were.
5:30. Okay. So are we good with
So you
that?
caught an old,
Yeah.
old mistake, is what you did.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, yes.
Look at you being all efficient.
I deleted all of that.
Don't do that.
Okay. 7.3 was good.
You should be at 9.6 or 9.5. I texted him. And I got a thumbs up.
Of these. New wording. Waivers are relevant. Did we not talk about that?
Yeah, we said that. I think we
That
agreed.
it was good that we
I thought we were
agreed.
good on that one.
Yeah, we were agreed.
Which one, 9.6?
9.5.
Okay, sorry.
Because we said, what you said was to take the waiver out. We
Mhm.
agree with everything you had
Yeah.
said.
Okay, 9.6. Additional duty,
So this one was-
we wanna change the wording. To just change it to additional duty sub time versus compensation. Because that's technically what it
Required to
is, it's not
perform
about
additional
compensation.
duties.
So the wording,
We want to change the section name to additional.
additional duty sub time.
So and then that's what you said, because we're not getting comped for it, we're not getting comp time for it, we're getting,
Right.
but we're
We have
not
to get
getting,
to perform the duties or something.
Right.
Something.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So
To perform the duties, yeah.
may request additional duty sub time from the principal without.
No, I wanna
No.
just change the word.
Okay.
The title.
So instead of compensation time.
Yeah.
we would change it
Yeah.
to gotcha.
Additional duty.
Stuff,
And then what's the
And
word?
then what will the wording be?
the same. We would just change sick to discretionary.
All we wanted to do was change this to discretionary, and then we started talking about the compensation time and.
And it got
So-
confusing.
This is all we wanted to originally change, but then we, remember you were asking
Right,
about,
the
well,
comp
do you
time
get
issue.
actually comp? And we're like, no, we don't.
Right, but we have to put the word coverage in there, right?
Yeah.
Teachers required to perform additional duties may request coverage
Coverage
from the principal
without
without
using
using
discretionary.
their discretionary.
Which is why we call it additional.
Okay.
So.
I know, but
Yeah.
you just gotta make sure you put the word coverage in.
Yeah, we
there,
gotta
too, though.
go.
Bit of sub time coverage.
No, it's where it says teachers required to perform additional duties may request,
Coverage.
yeah, but coverage from the principal.
Oh, yeah.
Cross out subtime, may request coverage from the principal without using discretionary.
Yes.
That's good. You're really okay with that?
Bold
So,
star.
yes. Here's like, yeah, they will be okay with it.
Bold star.
So if you're taking out, never mind, I'm just,
Go
you're
ahead.
taking out the word subtime, then the subtime needs, still need to be in the title? Cause they're requesting
It
coverage.
says additional duty subtime is what they want the title to be.
I know, but when you just said in the wording.
Okay.
To take out subtime and put in request coverage. Cause they don't necessarily need sub,
How
they
about-
could be like just anybody going, there, you know what I mean? Like,
So
we can
teachers
leave it.
required to perform
Coverage by
additional
a sub to-
duties may request
That's
subtime.
where we were last time.
or just leave it,
Shit.
just leave
If
it.
we could just leave it, I would be cool.
And we don't have to
Change-
go-
Leave
Okay.
the discretionary, because that was the original issue.
Okay.
We know what, and we're all
Okay.
good with it. We just don't want you to take the discretionary time, which you won't.
Right.
Okay, Cool.
Right,
Don't want that covered.
And so, I think that's everything.
that's everything.
Six.
So the only thing that we have to wait for is the verbiage on the campus.
Yeah, which I think.
Now we're okay with-
And that was why we apologized, that I hadn't heard back and I was waiting, and I had run around and talked to everybody.
So I had also, you had given us these ones at one point.
Well, we already, yeah, but we
Those
would.
all done?
Well,
I
we
apologize
either
for
got
waiting
rid of
for
them or
these suddenly.
I can't see that far. I don't
Oh.
know what they are.
You can't see.
No.
let
Three
me s-
point one union dues. What was that? Did we already do that?
Yeah, so we've already gone through everything.
Yeah,
that we're
everything
now
that
just
you
doing
wanted?
contract.
No, yeah.
So when we actually make the changes to the wording of the contract, do we like, do two of us do that? So we make sure.
Well,
Get a copy.
everything, the master copy is on a thumb drive, so technically Katie and I have to be there to do it. I know you have to be there.
I have a read-only copy. You guys send me a read-only copy afterwards, just like keep it on my
because
desktop.
Brenda, so maybe it's just me and you that do it.
So
I don't,
I know just from training, we've had board training, they just recommend that it's like, almost like a Google Doc or something, so that you can do it in real time and see the change, like see the cross outs, see what's been changed. See get a printout of like the old version, printout of the drafted recommended language, and then a printout of the final language, right? So that we, at least somebody from each part of the bargaining.
And that's
will be
probably-
part of that.
And that's probably what we would have caught some of those errors from
Right.
last year.
To, like, things that, typos or even whatever, so, I mean, I know.
don't know,
But
I
even done it on
also-
Drive, I don't.
I also just have to say that this year I don't wanna have to keep going above and beyond, like, I'm exhausted. Like, I would rather just like go do
Well,
it
shouldn't
and
it be
then
the secretary and maybe one of us or something? Even?
to change the contract.
Yeah, so like the.
Not, I've had to do it every year, so.
Doesn't make sense to me either, but
Well, we can go and ask them, but and then is that?
Yeah. Cause if they want to do that, that's fine, but
I'm not
I-
against, and I can help Michelle with that, I can do, if she's okay. Yeah, I'm not against, and they meant putting it in an electronic cloud, so it never gets lost, like, I think that's a great
Mhm, right.
idea.
Yeah.
We just have to find the.
And I
Yeah.
think the main thing was just so everybody who was part of this process sees where we started, what
Yeah.
was recommended and where it ended up,
Right.
kind of.
I do
The
feel
changes, the
though,
changes made and like, yeah.
I totally agree, and I think it's a great idea.
Mhm.
I'm a little burnt out right now,
Yeah.
But I also know that there is a method to their madness and why they do things a certain way, so I would just make sure that we are asking them. Why we're doing it, you know what I mean? Cause I
Like,
mean,
why
we
they-
could
why
have
they're
done
gonna-
this like forever ago, when you think about it, like we could have made this a Google Doc and like,
Right.
you know, so
And-
I
and-
just,
and
I
when-
wanna be.
yeah, and when I
just
was preparing,
cautious
they
of
kind of-
why.
It kind of sounded like most, yeah, I understand what you're saying. Okay. But they said in the training that most schools do already do, either do an electronic version or they're working on it during a negotiations meeting. So
Yeah.
that there's a copy right there and they're making the changes in real time. And everyone gets like a version 1, a version 2, a version 3 as they do drafts. And then you put that in a file somewhere that it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you don't have cloud, then it's like printed out.
And I,
But they just thought it was important because like, you know, in theory, somebody who's charged with picking up the contract could slip something in there inadvertently and it changes everything. Like it changes conditions or, you know.
and we can, and I put that on a question, a question for Tom, so I'm gonna call him in the morning and I'll ask it too, and then that way we have more feedback. Cause he
Yeah.
works with the other schools and what they do, and
And even if
Yeah.
like this year, we just do it as it's always been done, like I feel pretty confident you guys are gonna put in what we talked about. But I just think maybe going forward, when we start the process, we're just like, this is how we're gonna do it, you know what I mean? Yeah, just, I'm okay with that. 'cause
I would
you don't wanna
agree.
Do extra,
I would agree, I
Yeah.
just have a lot going on this
Yeah.
summer and
I hear you.
I'm not gonna put more on my plate.
If he has a different recommendation, can you just email this to us?
Yeah.
So we don't have to read it?
That's, I didn't do it myself.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Right, but I mean, I like physically type what they tell me or something. I can
Yeah,
do-
yeah.
Send me or.
And I know Lily's the one that signs it and she's not here.
Yeah.
So if she signs, I mean, she can look at our minutes or whatever, so it might be better if one of you looks it over first before she signs it.
I mean, I do think it's great. I just know that I've been here long enough to know that there is a method to why things are done a certain way, and I don't touch it with a 10-foot pole unless I have to. Yeah, I know that things are done.
I just want to say,
So.
it's been a pleasure. This has been so much fun. No, but really, like, getting this done in 5 meetings is.
Exhausting, yeah.
Good job.
But it's good.
Yeah. It was a
thank
lot.
you for working with my
Thank you.
crazy sports schedule. I apologize.
It's okay. You got a lot of kiddos.
You good? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Yep.